What's up, guys? So today I want to talk about how I got my start in freight dispatching. As you might already know, when I started freight dispatching, I was working a full-time job. I had a 9 to 5, so I had to do what I had to do to make it happen. I had to step outside. I had to make calls from the restroom. I had to make calls from my office, but I made it happen, and I was able to increase the profit of the owner-operators I was dispatching for. So the first company I started dispatching for, I worked with them for about 2 weeks. Their authority wasn't active yet. I helped them get their authority active. I helped them know what securement equipment they had to have and things like that. So like I said before, you have to be more than a dispatcher. You have to be a trucking consultant. You might have to work with people before their authorities become active. There might be a lot of things they don't know. They might not know about which ELD to go with and things like that. So you have to be able to suggest those things to these companies. They might not know what factoring company to go with. They might not even know what a factoring company is. I had people call me and they were waiting on their authority to get active, and they didn't even know how they got paid, how to get paid. So, and that's fine. But as a dispatcher, to grow a really big dispatching business and to be very profitable, I think that you need to know that information. You need to know about factoring companies. It's nothing but a simple Google search. So when these people were coming to me and wanted my dispatching services, but they didn't have a factoring company yet, I was able to recommend tasks to them. So things like that. And as I started dispatching more and more people, I grew my knowledge about the trucking industry, so I was better able to consult the new people that I was dispatching for. So that company that I first started dispatching for, that I worked with for 2 weeks to help get their authority active, and then once that authority became active, they started out with 2 trucks. I pretty much ran their business. That's another thing. Just give a good service, give a real good service. I talked to their drivers, I managed their drivers, I helped them find drivers when they needed more drivers. So that's how I really learned a lot about the trucking industry from the beginning, because I pretty much ran that business with those 2 trucks. Within probably about 2 weeks after starting to dispatch those 2 trucks, they bought 2 more trucks and leased on a guy. So within 2 weeks they had 3 more trucks that I was dispatching for. So that's 5 trucks total from one company. That, like I said, I did more than dispatch. I pretty much ran their company. I worked with their insurance company. I did their IFTA fuel taxes for them. I did all these things. So as a dispatcher, and if you want to charge for those things, you can. If you don't want to charge any extra, that's your business. It's however you run your business. So that's how I got my start in freight dispatching, with that one company. So imagine dispatching 5 trucks from one company. That's a great amount of money right there. That was probably somewhere along the lines of $1,700 to $2,000 a week right there for one single company. I gained a few more clients, probably about 4 more, and at that point I was so busy, I said, I know if I want to keep my quality of dispatching the same, that I was going to need to hire some people. So that's when I started training and hiring dispatchers to work for me. So they would make a certain percentage off of each load, and I would make a certain percentage off of each load. So at that point I realized that I don't have to actually work for my money. I can hire other people and they can do the job, and I can make money off of what they make. And these people were eventually bringing in $1,000 a week themselves working for me. So they were working from home. You know, that's another thing about dispatching. A lot of people take my training and they think they need to go and get some elaborate office with, you know, all type of fancy high-priced printers and things like that. You know, I have people call me and ask me, what do you think about this printer? Maybe the printer's like $300. Like, you want to keep overhead very low. You don't need all that stuff. So any business you start, don't get caught up in the hype of starting a business. I think a lot of people get caught up in the hype, and they think that they need this, they need that, they need this expensive desk, they need a huge TV in their office, but you don't need any of that stuff. Keep it very basic. When I first started off, I was just dispatching from my laptop and cell phone. That's all I had, and that's all you need to have to get your business going. So guys, you know, hey, just if you want to become a freight dispatcher, just visit my website. If you need a factoring company, visit my website, click on the tabs link that's out there for you. If you want to schedule an appointment with me to talk more about freight dispatching, I'll leave a link also on this video. Hey, thank you for watching. Have a great day.